Well, hello, this is Reverend Wayne S. Pierce for the 4th of December, 2012. I'm doing a test right now, so I just wanted to make this podcast to see if everything's working correctly. It seems like the sound effects on the Spreaker side are not working. And probably haven't worked for a while. I haven't been here since yesterday, so I don't know what they've done in the last 24 hours. But they're not working. None of it is working. So I just played one of my breaks to make sure it was working, and seems to be okay for now. Okay, so I don't know. This is the 4th of December 2012. I wanted to get a podcast in for today. And it's Tuesday, and I want to clear up a few things. First of all, after the break, I'll get into that. But I wanted to thank Angel Clark from the Angel Clark Show, Angel over at radiofreedom.us, and go check her show out Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 Eastern, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. And radiofreedom.us. Want to thank her. She was on the show last Friday, so thank you very much. I look forward to having her on again at some point. I also want to give a thank you to Michael Vera over at Late Night in the Midlands. That's latenightinthemidlands.com. And thank him for a lot of the stuff that he's put up on Facebook. I mean, and this is true for anybody, whether you like it, whether you like somebody's opinion about something, whether you don't like somebody's opinion about something, it doesn't matter. The question is if you don't like it, don't listen. Or the question is, if you don't like it, why are you listening? You know what I'm saying? Because and I'll get into this after the break, where I feel that there are a few things that seem to be going around that is dividing people and causing people not to concentrate on what really needs to be concentrated on. Focus your attention on the things that matter, not on the things that somebody else pisses you off about. So I'm going to take not a little break, but 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm going to take a 2-minute break and try to figure out why the sound effects aren't working, and I shall return right after this. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. That is from 1984 by George Orwell. Do you really want to know what's going on? Come listen to The Views Express, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, only on the Liberty and Freedom Network.
Samo Radio, playing music for free so you can listen longer. Samo.
It's the 5 o'clock drive with Samo.
Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. till 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
What's on your mind? Chances are it's on their mind too. Check out Diana and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri Talk Show. Friday evenings at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Only on Spreaker.com. Hello. This is Reverend Wayne S. Pierce for the 4th of December 2012. This is the Views Express Podcast. This is not live. I am live at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on the Views Express Live. And a lot of stuff going on. A lot of things going on. So the question is, why do we argue with one another when we should be focusing on something else? Why are we arguing with one another as to this person and that person and their connection here and their connection there, and oh yeah, they're connected, but they speak the truth, but then they add a few other things to try to, get you to not believe it? I don't know. It's all psychological operations as far as I'm concerned. But my big beef is, you got people out there who have shows and who say, well, they say that they are, they're getting the truth out, doing whatever they need to do. And they take the step over the line and say, well, I'm going to expose this person, and this person is connected here, and this person is COINTELPRO, and this person is connected to this organization, which is connected to the government, so they're feeding off of the government. Shut up. That's all I got to tell you people, is just shut up. It's like 3 friends in a room, and 2 of them are fighting, trying to tell each other who's better at what, and who can do what better, and this, that, and the other thing, and the third friend, the one friend comes up between both of you and pushes you guys apart and tells you to shut up, that you should be focused on the game, not the personalities in the game. Okay? I can do things better than you, and I like to use football metaphors. You got the whole team, and 5 people on the team really want to work and beat the other team, and they know the game, and they know the strategies, and they really got everything down. Well, then you got 4 other people on the team who just bitch and moan and groan about the coach and about the other players and about this, and that strategy won't work. And then you have 2 of those out of that 4 arguing with one another as to who's right and wrong, and it just goes from there. You people literally make me sick. You want the truth? Then stop believing what you believed before and examine those things on your own. Don't believe anybody else. I don't give a crap if it's the President of the United States. If he says something, don't believe it. Take little mental notes or write things down and go out and check it out yourself. It's the only way you're ever going to know. It's the only way you're ever going to be satisfied, is when you yourself grab that information that you find on your own and say, hey, this is it. Okay? I've spent too many years educating myself on human behavior, on psychology, on a bunch of other things, and to throw that all out and to say, yeah, I accept anything anybody says. That's just completely stupid. That's just completely stupid. At least that's my point of view. So shut your damn pie holes and focus on, the enemy coming towards you, instead of arguing with one another as to who has the better strategy. Who has the better plan? Who has the better radio show? Who's connected? Well, I'm not going to listen to you because you're connected to this and blah, 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 blah. You say good things, but shut up. Just shut up, because you people, you people make me sick. You people want to make me throw up. I'm the one pushing you two apart, or pushing people apart, saying, can we focus on the enemy coming at us instead of bitching at one another Trying to figure out who's better at the strategy or not? No. Shut up. Focus your attention on the oncoming horde of people after you, taking your rights and taking your liberties, and the UN wanting to censor the internet and all this and why don't we just shut up and go after the enemy instead of bitching at one another? Okay, enough said. I don't apologize for what I say. I apologize for how I say it. So my apologies to all those people who were offended. But I'm done. I'm literally done with you folks. You can go off on your little corner somewhere of your little island of delusion, if you will, and some of you are. You can go off in your little corner of your room and pretend you have all the answers. Hey, I'll be the first to admit that I don't have all the answers. So how can you? How can you say that you've researched it enough to say that person is wrong, or to say Alex Jones is wrong or connected to this and he's COINTELPRO, or how can you say that Glenn Beck is worthless? He's connected to the multimedia or the mainstream media, and he's got a multi-million-dollar company and he's mainstream. When let me put it to you this way. If you're old enough to remember, I know I am. When President Richard Milhouse Nixon came on TV and resigned his presidency before being impeached, and he said prior to that he had no knowledge of the Watergate incident, he still, insisted even afterwards that he had no knowledge. But he did, because congressional records prove that he did. How can you sit there and say that man was corrupt in some way? Well, there's a lot of evidence proving that he was. Okay? Considering that the Vice President, Gerald R. Ford, was on the Warren Commission looking into the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, who Richard M. Nixon was part of a group of 40 people who planned it out. It's all out there in leaked documents. Go look it up. Oh, I forgot, you people don't really care. Go look it up. So let's put it this way to contrast and compare. You look at President Clinton. I did not have sex with that woman. No, but you did other things. And when you see the video and the segment on the news with him saying that, you can look directly into his eyes and tell that he was lying. But there are people saying, no, he didn't, and they believe him. You people are total idiots. Yeah, I'm ranting on people who just want to, go the opposite of what the truth and the facts truly are. Now, let me clear some things up here. Let me summarize this for you. I don't have a problem with anybody who has a show or who says they're going to expose someone or this, that, and the other thing. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with the attitude that goes behind it. I have a problem with the person who pounds his fist, stomps his feet, and says, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right. You're going to have to listen to me because I have all the right answers against Alex Jones or Glenn Beck or Rush Limbaugh or any number of those people. I have the right answer, and this is it. And look, these two people, that I know exposed Alex Jones for what he is, or exposed Glenn Beck for what he is, or exposed Rush Limbaugh for what he is. You're basically looking at the problem, and in the process of trying to solve the problem, you're looking at the little minute details and structuring your own interpretation on those things that are considered to be preconceived ideas. And what you're doing is you are the rat in the cage going around and around and around and around on that wheel. You get off every so often, have a drink of water, get back on, and keep going. Let me tell you something. Get the hell off that wheel. Literally, open your damn eyes to what you're doing. You're making yourself look like a fool when all you want to do is expose somebody else for what you think they're connected to. Rush Limbaugh, Clear Channel. Guess what? Clear Channel is connected to, dun-da-da, the federal government. I can say that. Now, it was also found out that that Google was created by the financial arm, the investment arm of In-Q-Tel from the CIA. Now, how can I say that? Because others have said it. Do I believe it? To be totally transparent, I have not checked it out myself, so I'm going to say from that source that I heard it from, which is reliable, due to the fact that I know the nature of their vetting the information and their ways of research, I can say that it's true. Is it true? Well, just last week, Google came out and in paraphrasing, I would have to say that Google came out and literally said that they want to keep more of the data that you have. That's why I use startpage.com. I don't want my data to be in anybody else's hands but mine. It has also come out that police now want to store all of your data that you send over SMS, which is your text messaging on your phone, on your cell phone. A lot of these things are out there. Glenn Beck talks about it, Alex Jones talks about it, Rush Limbaugh not so much. But let's just say show host A is talking about all the things that the New World Order wants to do in terms of censoring the internet, putting fluoride into water, sodium fluoride into water, which is poison, by the way, it's a pesticide, and all this other stuff. And using all of that information to open your eyes, hopefully, to what is happening so that you can make a rational, reasonable decision with your life in terms of how you're going to battle or how you're going to defend your life against these people. Okay? Then you have talk show host B who says, well, talk show host A, he's connected to this. He'll say all the right things because... insert your reasoning there. And he says he's going to expose this, and he's connected to that, and they're connected to this, and this show is connected to that, and this person just... Then you have another show host who, somewhere down the line, decides that he's going to expose both of them, or at least one of them. So he's on and he says, well, next week I'm going to do this and next week I'm going to do that. And I'm going to bring you the truth. Because that's what I'm after, the truth. And doesn't show up. And doesn't fulfill his obligation within his own words from his own decree to come out and to expose these two people with the truth. My point is you have various people from you have various people in the alternative media trying to outdo everyone else. Is it because of sponsors? Is it because of money? Is it because of, just because an alternative media company, a person builds for 16, 17, 18 years, builds his company up to the point where he now has sponsors for the show, and you're going to say he's mainstream because he's trying to support his own business, just like everyone else, just like the candle maker down the road or the bookstore owner down the road, having sponsors for the to get out sponsorships for his store, or my theater trying to get sponsors to support the work that I do in the entertainment business. But so you're going to say that a radio host, an alternative radio host who does that, is part of the mainstream, and he's going to tell you what you want to hear, except behind the scenes he's connected. I have never heard such absurdity in my whole life. Well, yes, I have, coming out of Washington, D.C. Excuse me. So you're going to sit there and badmouth somebody else because they have sponsors. I'm only using that as one aspect of it. There's many different aspects of this whole thing, but that's just one aspect of it. Oh, and by the way, if you say you're going to do something, and next week when you say you're going to, start out by telling the truth about certain things and you don't show up, it kind of makes me question your integrity and your morals, and actually makes me question everything you're going to say after that. Not questioning in the sense of, that's interesting, let me go check it out. Makes me question it like you're a big fat liar. Okay? It's just the way it is. I know that I've heard of a lot of people like that. I don't know them personally, but I've heard a lot of people who do that. We've got the inside scoop. You ain't got jack. Okay? Well, you have to make your own decision. Here, read it and draw your own conclusion. Good, I will. Thank you. I appreciate that. You have to be your own judge of the situation. Yes, I do. Because I'm not going to believe any word you say. And guess what? Every single radio host I know, from Sean Hannity to Rush Limbaugh to Bill O'Reilly to Alex Jones to Glenn Beck, they all have their little portion, the millions of listeners that they have. One person may not like Glenn Beck, but will go listen to Alex Jones. One person may not like Rush Limbaugh, but go listen to Bill O'Reilly. And they'll have their opinions about those hosts. I don't see anything wrong with that. But are you gonna sit there and have people on your show that say, well, Alex Jones is this and Glenn Beck's this, and are you gonna believe them? I thought you were a little more open-minded than that. I use the word you as in a general state and not in a specific person. But as far as I'm concerned, it's got to stop. It's got to stop right now. I'm the person pushing the two people away from one another, yelling at one another, saying, do you see the hordes of people coming at you, trying to take away your rights, trying to take away your liberties, trying to censor the internet from any political discourse that you have? Do you see that? Or are you too busy bitching at one another because, pardon my French, are you suffering from penis envy? Okay? It's the last time you're going to hear me say that, but you get the point, right? I hope so. Because I'm done with you people. You know, if I push you apart, and I'm speaking metaphorically now, if I push you guys apart and you guys look at what's coming down the line, but you're still yelling at one another, guess what? Other people behind you are just going to walk past you. They're going to cuss at you. They're going to tell you, oh, by the way, you're going to look like a fool in front of everybody else. And the people that are behind you or standing there wanting to know why you guys are yelling at one another are going to follow me to go battle the hordes of people trying to take away our liberties and our freedoms. Not that I'm the leader. I'm just using that as a metaphor. So, you people need to wake up. Even the hosts I'm talking to, you people need to wake the hell up. You're going to look like a fool in the end. That's just the way it's going to be, and that's the way it always is. Why? I speak from personal experience. I speak from personal experience. And to those hosts that say, well, next week I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to expose this person and that person, but if you don't show up, you might as well just cancel your whole show and go about your life, because as far as I'm concerned, and it's only me and my opinion, I'm not going to believe anything you say after that. Oh, and by the way, to all the hosts, you got something to disagree. If you disagree with me on something and contradict me on everything, you better have proof to back up what you say, because from now on, I ain't believing a damn thing you people say. You're going to have to prove it. Prove it to yourself first, period. I don't give a rat's butt what you want to prove to me. You need to prove it to yourself. If you want to prove to me that, I'm wrong or whatever, or right, either way, it doesn't matter, then do it, please. I hope so. I hope you can do it. But after I give you the information and you go look at it and you judge for yourself, I would expect an apology, because I wouldn't expect myself to do anything less if I disagreed with you. That's just the way it is. What, do I live at a higher standard than you people? Am I much more aware of what's going on than you are? Probably. If I'm not equal at your awareness, I'm probably more aware. So, cut out the penis envy. No pun intended. But, get your priorities straightened out. Get your priorities straightened out, because we need you in this. We need you to help us defend the Constitution and the Bill of Rights of the United States of America. And if you are just too busy yelling at one another, then guess what? We don't need you. Okay? I'm just saying, this is just my opinion. You can disagree with me all you want. Okay, you can email me at libertyandfreedomnetwork@usa.com. libertyandfreedomnetwork@usa.com. I don't know what else to say, really. And I know that sometimes I harp on that a lot, but I really think that it's important that we focus our attention on what matters instead of, our personalities conflicting with one another. Oh, and if you're going to have people on your shows that say they're going to expose this person and that person and whatever, you're just as guilty as they are of the lack of information that you truly have. That's my opinion. Again, my opinion. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, email me, libertyandfreedomnetwork@usa.com. libertyandfreedomnetwork@usa.com. I'm going to get out of here, but remember, but music doesn't work either. But remember, come join me on the Views Express Live, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Liberty and Freedom Network, broadcasting live on Spreaker.com.